Are you still stuck about the usage of each? Are you still stuck about the usage of each and all in English? Are you still confused also? Then this video is going to be quite productive for you, because in this video we shall learn something new about them all. So without further ado, come with me, just to see what is it exactly here. But before I want to start it off, I want to say, if you are new here on my YouTube channel, please subscribe the channel, press the bell icon and share it to others. So let's go with me to know all of them one by one. So at first, I want to tell you we have three objectives through this video. First, to know the definition of each and all. Second one, usage of each and all. And the third one, each and all with examples. So these three objectives will be fruitful through this video one by one. So stay connected with me until the last part, because we are going to discuss something new throughout this video. These three objectives, definitely. Now let's go to the next part. So at first we shall know the definition of each. We use each when we talk about any individual thing or person. So when we use each when we are talking about any individual thing or person, that is singular noun. So it has a specific rule to describe this each and its definition, how to use it, all of them, blah blah blah. So what the rule is exactly? The rule is each, singular noun, and then singular verb. Let's talk about it, this specific thing, with an example, definitely. Let me write one example at first here. If I write, each girl is happy. So you can see this example here, each girl is happy. Each girl is happy. So what I have mentioned here, each sits with a singular noun. So here girl is a singular noun, and then we use singular verb, and that is is. Is a singular auxiliary verb form which is used with a singular noun, and at the beginning, I mean before the noun, we have written each to denote the thing or the usage of each in a sentence. So that is the main thing, how to express each correctly in a sentence. Each girl is happy. Each, then singular noun, then singular verb, and then objective. We get it in every sentence. That is the main thing. So next we shall know the more explanation about the specific word. What is it? We use each as a determiner. So we use each as a determiner too. So let's discuss this thing with two examples. The first example is each person has a morale. And the second example, each student has a practice seat. So if we take the first example here, we can see it is written as each person has a morale. This sentence. So each person has a morale, this sentence. So if we see it or observe this thing more carefully, we can see the placement of each where we have used, and we know we use determiner before a noun. Likewise, in this example, we have written each before a noun, that is person before a noun. We have used it. And here each determines the person who has a morale, because we use each with a singular form of word and person is a singular noun. And we have used each as a determiner to determine the person's position who has a morale. Hence, it is a determiner. So what we have known so far? So we have known that we can use each as a determiner in an English sentence. If I talk about the next example here, each student has a practice seat. So each denotes the position or determines the student who has a practice seat. Hence, each is used also as a determiner too in this example. So we can say that each is used as a determiner in English. Next, that is each as a pronoun. Well, if you want, then I can give another example about each where we can use as a determiner. Well, let me give it here. If I write each boy is good. So you can see this sentence where I have written each boy is good. So here each denotes or determines the position of the noun, that is boy, who is good. So it is also an example of determiner where we have written each as a determiner too in this sentence. So in this way we can use each before a noun as a determiner to determine the position or place of the particular noun in that sentence. That is the main thing. So next, that is each as a pronoun. So each as a pronoun. Each is used not only as a determiner but also we use it as a pronoun in English sentences. Let's discuss this thing with an example. So here we can see one example as I invited 3 friends, each came on time. I invited 3 friends, each came on time. In this sentence, I subject, 3 friends noun. But in the next part of this certain sentence, we have used each as a pronoun instead of noun, and who they are, these exact 3 friends. We didn't use 3 friends, we used each instead of them. Each came on time. So it denotes that each is used in a sentence to express as a noun, to express as a pronoun instead of noun. Yes, in any sentence. Just like this example, I invited 3 friends, each came on time. Yes, here each works as a pronoun and 3 friends already there, noun. So let's discuss the same matter with another example that will be clear then. So if I write here, each one is good. Each one is good or fine, whatever, fine. So here we have written that each one is good or fine. Each one is good or fine, whatever. So here we have written each one. We haven't mentioned any noun or name. Instead of them, we have written each one, which works as a pronoun because we use pronoun instead of noun in a sentence. Hence, we have written each one is good or fine, whatever you want to say. And that's why we can say here each one is used as a pronoun in this particular sentence instead of a noun. Yes. So if you want to write each as a pronoun, then you have to follow this pattern. You shouldn't write any name. If you write, then in the next part you have to use each as a pronoun, otherwise it will be wrong completely. So each one is good here and each one is pronoun completely. Pronoun. That's it. Well, this was the main thing about each as a pronoun after each as a determiner. So next part is each as an adverb. Each as an adverb. Well, apart from the usage of each as determiner as well as pronoun in an English sentence, we can also use each as an adverb too. It mainly comes after a certain amount. So it mainly comes after a certain amount or number. So each also works as an adverb too. Now how does it work? We have to know how it works as an adverb in a sentence. Let's take this example below. Well, we have written here, those mangoes were given at a cost of 10 rupees each. So if you observe it very well, you can see that we have used each at the end of the sentence because generally we use adverb in the middle of a sentence or at the end of a sentence. But here, according to this rule in English, each as an adverb is used after a certain amount. So in this example, we have used each after a certain amount, that is a cost of 10 rupees. And that's why each is an adverb to here. Adverb. And in this way, we can use each as an adverb after a certain amount, or after a certain number. Like this example, at a cost of 10 rupees each, those mangoes. So it was about each, how to use it as a determiner, how to use it as a pronoun, how to use it as an adverb. So one by one I have used them, how to use it correctly with some example, how to write them correctly. I have explained all of them separately with some examples, so there will be no doubt for you. Next, we are going to discuss what is all, how to use it through some perfect examples. Let's check it out. So next we shall know all and its definition, how to use it, and so on, really with examples. So first is all definition. All is used to show plurality or collection of something. Yes, something, everything, whatever. For example, if I say all humans are mortal, all animals are grazing in the meadow. All humans, plurality. All animals, they are all plurality. So in order to show plurality, we use sometimes all in a sentence. Next is all as a determiner. So we can use all as a determiner like each, but there is one difference, and the difference is we use all with plural and each is used with singular form. All as a determiner, how we shall use it? All is used as a determiner. So we use all as a determiner and it comes before a noun. So we use all as a determiner in sentence and it comes before noun. For example, if we say all students are good. All students are good. So we know we use determiner before a noun. And here all is used before a noun, that is student. But students, it is a plural form of student. Yes, which is a noun. And that's why before this plural form of student, all works as a determiner to determine the student who have some sort of goodness or who are good, something like that. It determines the goodness of the student. So in this way, also all the books are new. All the books are new. Here all determines the quality of the books which are new completely. So in this way, we can write all as a determiner too. So this is the main thing here. Next is all as a pronoun. So we can use all as a pronoun. Sometimes all acts as a pronoun and it sits as a subject or an object in a sentence instead of noun. How we use them as a subject or an object in a sentence instead of noun? How? If I take this first example, all of them have achieved their success. All of them have achieved their success. So in this example, we can see that all of them have achieved their success. All of them itself, this group of words denote their position as a pronoun and we have used them as a subject in pronoun position. Yes, in this way we can use all sometime as a subject in the pronoun position. So let's take another second example. Yes. So if I say give me all, so give me all, how many? Give me all, all. So here all works as an object. Already we have told you that we can use all as a subject as well as object in a sentence in a place of pronoun. So in this way we can say that we can write all sometimes as an object in the place of pronoun instead of noun in any English sentence. So what we know that all is used as a pronoun too, or it can work as a pronoun too in any sentence. So that is the main thing here. So what we know up to now, that is all as a determiner, then all as a pronoun, which can be used sometimes as subject as well as an object in a sentence. Next, we shall talk about all as an adverb. So usually we know adverb we use to modify verb, adverb and another adjective. Likewise, in English, all is used to modify the same thing. How? Let's take some example here. Sorry guys, sometimes slip of tongue. So if I take some example here, then you can say two examples. She was all alone. Then she all erased from a phone. So if I talk about the first example, she was all alone. Yes, she was all alone. So here all we know works as an adjective in any sentence. But before alone we have written all which works as an adverb, which intensifies the quality of this person. Maybe the lady or the woman is completely alone or entirely alone. And that's why we can use all as an adverb to modify any adjective. Like this example, she was all alone. All works as an adverb to modify this adjective alone. Next, she all erased from her phone. We know erased as a verb or main verb, whatever you can say. And all intensifies its place or modifies this verb to express the meaning of the entire sentence. So the entirety of this usage of all in a sentence as an adverb, that gives us a certain idea to know that all sometimes uses, sometimes, not all the time, because sometimes we can write it as a determiner or pronoun, but sometimes in a sentence we can use it as a complete adverb to denote or modify or intensify any verb in a sentence. Like this example, she all erased from her phone. All erased intensifies the place of this verb or modifies it. She all erased from her phone. Yes, so that was the main thing about each, all, how to use them like determiner, pronoun or adverb, with some examples elaborately and briefly. Now let me sum up all of those matters one by one. Yes. So you can see here the detailed summary about each and all. Each as a determiner, each as a pronoun, each as adverb. All can be used as determiner too. All can be used as pronoun. All can be used as adverb. Then the structure, each plus singular noun. Then each as a pronoun we can write like each was rewarded. Each as adverb we can write number or amount plus each. You can see the structure. Then some example like they got 2 chocolates each. The pens cost 10 rupees each. And as a determiner we can say any example like each boy has a pen. Each determines the place or the quality or the position of the noun. Each boy has a pen. Each works as a determiner here too. Then we can say that sometimes all is used with uncountable singular form, like we can say here that all is well. All is uncountable. We don't know which one, this one or this one, but it's uncountable. So we can say all is used with singular uncountable noun, like all the milk is spoiled. We cannot count milk, even we can't count any water. So we can take them as an uncountable noun. So this is the main thing, how we should use all with singular as well as plural, but in plural we use countable noun. So this is the main thing what we can say. Yes, definitely, that all can be used with plural countable nouns as well as singular uncountable nouns. So this is the main thing here what we know so far about each as well as all. So that was the main thing what I described throughout my video about each, how to use it as a determiner, how to use it as a pronoun, how to use it as an adverb, and the same thing is applicable to all. So still, if you have any confusion about this topic, you can leave your comment in the comment box below. If you are new here, then subscribe my channel, press the bell icon, share it to others and give your support and stay connected with me. That's all for today. Tada, see you again, bye.